The Lord is thy shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh I lie down in a green pastures. Him leadeth I beside still water them. Him restoreth I soul. Him leadeth I in the path of righteousness for him name's sake. Yea! Though I Rasta go walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I can't fear no evil. For thy rod and thy staff them comforted I and I. Who prepares a table before I, in the presence of our enemy them, who anointed I head with no oil, me cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy I go follow I all the days of I Ivan. Me I go dwell in the house of the Lord God. Jah kadama we groma beate la exact beer tana istali na ba shante kadama we groma be ate la e. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Here we don't criticize, but if we must criticize, we only do that on one condition: to build and not to destroy. That is why we keep saying we are in the service of God and country. Come here. And my name, Blakk RASTA. Today we have a number of issues to look at, and we're going to keep strictly to time. Half an hour. Keep your comments coming in. And of course, our numbers are also rolling on the screen. Pick up the numbers and do business with us. Here is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, and here we speak truth to power. Please hit the like button and at the same time share the broadcast so many more people will get to see. Today we started a little bit late. So much traffic in town, so much problems left, right, and center. Christmas is coming, and around this time the roads are mostly more than just busy. And this is the time when the power goes on and off because there's so much overloading. Anyway, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Wherever you are, don't overspend. The little you have, be satisfied with it. Don't go steal. Don't go do anything that is untoward. This is the Black Pot, aka Kukushodemo, where we speak truth to power. Come here. Now, the very first story we are looking at today is rolling on the screen. Could you check it out for me, right? Owusu Bempah'S latest prophecy in shambles. He's a man everybody believes has the ears of God. He's a man many people believe never fails. Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah, my own classmate at TI Ahmadiyya Secondary School, Kumasi. I love him. Well, it's in the news that Owusu Bempah has prophesied again. And anytime he prophesies about the nation, people sit on tenterhooks. What did he say this time around? Watch this. NPP will lose all 7 recollated seats after Mohammed's swearing in. And this is Reverend Owusu Bempah. Run it by you. Now, Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah, the founder and leader of Glorious Word Power Ministries International, has stated that the new Patriotic Party will lose all 7 parliamentary seats recently declared in their favor, following the recollation exercise by the Electoral Commission. According to him, after President-elect John Mahama assumes office on January 7, 2024, the NPP will lose the seats. Although he did not specify the procedure by which the seats will be lost, he condemned the actions of the Electoral Commission for the recollation exercise. Now, speaking in a sermon to his congregation on Sunday, December 22, 2024, that's yesterday, he stated, I have heard that they have given the MPP some seats back. Didn't they tell the public about those that won the seats? And they are now doing the recollation. All the 7 seats which have been given to the NPP, they will lose the seats again after January 7, when Mahama is sworn in. The EC chair, why is she doing that? She is something. The NPP would have at least 89 seats in the upcoming 9th Parliament of the 4th Republic of Ghana. Now this comes after 7 of the 9 constituencies whose parliamentary election results were disputed were resolved by the Electoral Commission on Monday of Ghana. So Owusu Bempah'S prophesied again. But before the EC resolved the issues with the 7 constituencies, the MPP, according to Majority Leader Alexander Kwamena Afenyo-Markin, had secured 82 seats in the 9th Parliament. After the exercises on Saturday, December 21, 2024, the MPP candidates in 7 respective constituencies were declared winners. 4 seats which were initially declared for the NDC, namely Obuasi East, Okai Central, Tema Central, and Techiman South, were redeclared in favor of the MPP. Now the Obuasi East seat, which was initially declared for NDC Samuel Abuaje, was redeclared for MPP's Patrick Boakye Yado. Now the Tema Central seat, which was declared for NDC's Ebi Bright, was redeclared for NPP's Charles Forson. Also, the Tema South seat was redeclared for NPP's Martin Ejay Mensah Kosa after it had been initially declared for Christopher Beyere Basonte. And the Okai Central seat was redeclared for NPP's Patrick Boama after it was initially declared for NDC's Baba Sadiq. So my brother, Reverend Isaac Owusu Bempah has spoken. Will this prophecy come to pass, or it will be in shambles? How are they going to do it? I'm wondering by what legislative instrument they'll be able to bring all these 7 seats back to the NDC. Would it bring peace, or would there be chaos? Now, this EC is the worst EC we have seen in generations. 9 solid seats, my brother, had to go back for recollation. I've never seen this. Why? What is the problem? Now, according to Afenyo-Markin, they had to go back and recollate because the NDC cheated. How could the NDC cheat when you are in power? That means your EC is incompetent, and at the same time, your security forces were caught sleeping. How could the NDC cheat when the NDC is not in power? You have access to all the security apparatuses. You have access to the EC that you chose yourself. You have access to all the course. You have filled the course with your United FC. And you still come back and say that a minority party has cheated. Minority in the sense of you won the election with a majority and they are in the minority. Now all of a sudden they are in the majority and you are struggling to hold on to the straw as a dying ember. Now, what exactly are the seats that have been declared? How many have been won by the NDC and how many have been won by the NPP? According to Afenyo-Markin, now they have 89 and NDC is still leading majority in parliament. Now watch this from the nation's broadcaster. EC recollation. These are the winners of the 9 outstanding parliamentary seats so far. Watch this. Now Obuasi East constituency is Mr. Patrick Yadom, the incumbent New Patriotic Party. And he secured 18,558 votes, narrowly defeating Samuel Abuaje of the National Democratic Congress, who polled 18,539. Can you imagine? An independent candidate, a J. Owusu Bempah's, garnered 432 votes. Next, run it. Flip the page. Now, in Sawam Aduejiri constituency, that's the eastern region, Frank Anodombre, the incumbent member of parliament, also picked it up. And he polled 29,640. Listen. And then the NDC guy by name Fume Philibert got 29,433. Very, very close after the recoalition. Before the recoalition, war in the area. Ties were burning. Violence. Tema Central went to Mr. Charles Forson, who polled 18,870 votes. Whilst Ebi Bright, who was initially declared the winner, my brother, my sister, polled 18,815. Extremely close. Could there be a problem? Have the results been skewed? How did they do the recoalition? Did the parties agree? The NDC is not in agreement. For not. The recoalition also saw Nana Agyemang Prempeh of the NPP securing victory. He retained the seat with a lead of 121 votes over his opponent. Nana Agyemang Prempeh of the NPP polled 20,353 votes, while the sole contender, Kwesi Eduse of the NDC, polled 20,232. My brother, in all these cases, extremely close. Okaikwe Central constituency in the Greater Accra region, that's Baba Sadiq's place, has been given back to Mr. Patrick Yaobuama of the NPP. And they said he polled 29,099 votes, whilst Baba Abdullahi Sadiq polled 19,368. And this is the place that had the gap. The rest were less than 100. Run it, my. Now, Ahafo North was declared in favor of the NPP, and now the Ahafo South West constituency. Watch this. Elvis Osei Dapa was also declared winner. Mr. Dapa polled 16,058, whilst Abubakar Sadiq got 15,372 votes. Techima in South constituency had Martin Ej Mensah Kosa declared as the winner from the NPP, and Mr. Christopher Beyire got 43,429. My brother, my sister, Moses led by 100. In fact, yes, he led by 140. And that is Martin Ej Mensah Kosa. Yes, Martin Ej Mensah Kosa. They were trailed by Donko Moses, who got 140 votes. All right, so that is it. Flip the page. So, my brother, when you look at all this, dash it away. It is surprising that we finished with the elections. Everybody was there. What was the problem? Was it that some of the seats or some of the polling stations did not declare their results at the time? Did they make everybody understand that, listen, this is the situation, therefore more polling stations are coming? They didn't. They went ahead to declare a winner. And then the EC has come back to nullify that. My brother, are they going to pay compensation to these people who were declared winners already? Because they would have gone through some losses by their announcements, emotionally and physically. Again, is this correct? But all in all, Ghana's democracy is under threat. If you can declare not only 1 or 2, but 9 and come back and recollate 7 out of the 9, it's crazy. But Reverend Owusu Bempah has spoken. He says, Mahama being sworn in, 7 will all return to the NDC. How is that going to happen? I am waiting to see. It's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokushonomo, and here we speak truth to power. When we return, we got more. Keep your comments coming in. Hey! Hey! Boyo.
Blackpot. Coco show, man.
It's the Black Pot, aka Kukushona, where we speak truth to power. We have information coming in that we're getting some checks on YouTube, you know, but it's running smoothly on Facebook. We're getting that information from YouTube that the video is checking. Whatever the technical reason is, we are doing all we can to solve it. But it looks like it's not coming from our side. It's coming from YouTube. Please bear with us. All right? Next story. Now the next story says, Prophet ELBERNARD'S dangerous prophecy ruffles feathers. Who is he? This prophet, when he prophesies to you, go home and sleep. It will come to pass. This was the prophet who prophesied to me, one of the earliest. Something that happened to me when I was only 2 years old. He wasn't born at the time. I'm 50. He is not 48. My brother, when I was 2 years old, something happened and he prophesied to me. Of course, I didn't know. I had to call my mother at the time and she confirmed it. My father also confirmed it. My brother, that is why what I am doing here is very prophetic and divine. I respect him a lot. He's a Takrady boy. He wanted to be an academician, a professor. But he had a prophecy that he was going to be a prophet. And he told his friends that the prophet made a mistake. The prophet saw professor and made a mistake and said prophet because he wanted to go to school. And at the end of the day, here he is prophesying. His elder brother is also a prophet, but he's a twin. His younger brother or elder brother, or better still his twin brother, is not prophesying. He prophesied that Muhammad would come into power. He was attacked and vilified. He said it in his church that was what he saw, and he was saying it directly. He said by the knife, it will be clear all over the place that Muhammad was president. Many other senior prophets prophesied against what he said. At the end of the day, his prophecy came to pass. Of course, my Bishop Osetutu, had prophesied 3-4 years back that Muhammad would be president in church. It came to pass. Why am I taking you through this lengthy story? ELBERNARD hardly prophesies and it falls on the ground like that. It comes to pass. When I heard him also prophesy that Muhammad was going to be president, I didn't doubt it at all. But those who were scared that they would go to jail and decided to falsely prophesy, today, in their own words, we have seen the prophets from the people, the boys from the men. Victor Kusibwatin in my mind. This is ELBERNARD. Hey, he has said something again, oh. He has said something deep. Run it, my youth, and watch another Mahama to lead Ghana after John Dramani Mahama. And this is ELBERNARD declaring. Hey, Spirit Life Revival Ministries. Now, run the story. Prophet ELBERNARD Nelson Eshen, General Overseer of Spirit Life Revival Ministries, has stirred national conversations once more with a bold prophecy about Ghana's political future. Known for accurately predicting John Dramani Maham's anticipated victory in the 2024 elections, the prophet has now revealed another intriguing vision involving the name Mahama. During an interview on Kingdom FM with Fifi Pratt, Prophet Bernard L. Bernard shared that another individual bearing the name Mahama would rise to prominence in Ghanaian politics after John Mahama's term. Unlike the Christian former president, this new Mahama would be a Muslim. He noted that this emerging political figure would face an initial setback in his first bid for the presidency, but is expected to triumph in the 2032 elections, gaining considerable support and leaving a significant mark on the country's political landscape. The prophet remained tight-lipped about the specific identity of the new leader, stating, "I am not here to pinpoint whether it will come from the NDC or NPP. The message is clear. The name Mahama will continue to echo in Ghana's political narrative." Dash it away. It's interesting. Now, if what Bernard L. Bernard has said is going to come to pass, and I believe it will come to pass, who are the Mahamas we already know in the political landscape of Ghana? Do you know them? Number one, who is this man here? You know who he is, right? Mahama Ayarga. From the Boku area. Is he a Muslim or a Christian? These are the two things. He shall be called Mahama. He would be a Muslim, unlike his predecessor, Mahama the Christian. This is Mahama Ayarga. Is he a Muslim or a Christian? There's another Mahama. This is Farouk Aliu Mahama. His father's photograph is sitting on his table with Harvard University dancing in front of him. This is from the NPP. Mahama Ayarga is from the NDC. This guy, is he a Muslim or a Christian? Do you know? There's another Mahama, yet another Mahama. This is my own schoolmate at the Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology. He stood for a position at the university and he won. He is now a member of the transition team. He's very close to John Dramani Mahama, as you see in this photo. People think that they are related. The only relation is that they both belong to the NDC and they are both Gonjes. His name is Callistus Abubakar Mahama. That's him. Callistus. Is he a Muslim or a Christian or a Hindu? Bernard L. Bernard has made it clear it's not for me to declare them Muslims or Christians. It's for them to come out and say whether they are Muslim or not. Maybe some of them who are not Muslims will convert into Islam so the prophecy can come to pass. Hallelujah. So this is what is happening. So in the next election, another Mahama will try, but it won't work. Maybe the primary level or the presidential level. But he should be ready for 2032. Will the mind of God change? What is going to happen? Bernard L. Bernard has spoken. And he is not a stomach prophet. My Bishop Osei-Tutu, is not a stomach prophet either. This is the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonemo, where we speak truth to power. When we return, we shall be reading your messages. Hey! Why? Wayo!
Blackpot, Coco show them.
It's the Black Pot. Before we take our final story, shall we look at your messages coming in? Grace Saki says hi, and I say hi back. JDSGH. We are live. Greetings, Black Rasta. More fire. And Black, beautiful outfit. Big up. One love. Respect. Kojo One Fool says, good evening all. Watching from Somenya. I've hit the thumbs up. Have you? Please hit the like button. Desmond now says, nowadays, you are not the Black Rasta I used to know. I wish you had given reasons so that we'll know. I've always been that Black Rasta, never changed. You know, so Desmond, clarify it. What makes you say so? Yeah? Yeah. Okay. So Samsung says, Bra Ras, please do try to speak more Mfante, cause your Fante sweet, right? Okay, Mate. Makafantai. Tamchuku. Mohammed Banjewan says, it's a new week with the Black Pot on fire to rewire the mindsets of the average African. Rob General, Salaga Soldier, Black, run it, my old. Come here. Hey, wayo. You think say you day wise. Signed MC Scorpion. All right. Abdulaziz Rahim Upejo says, watching from Saudi Arabia. Good work, Black. Michael Amuzu says, God richly bless you, my dear brother, for the good job done. Innocent Escobar says, watching from Deutschland, Germany. And Innocent Escobar comes back to say, continue doing your good job. I will. TCJJ says, fire all over. Greetings, the Kingmaker. Blessed Lord, my youth. Right? Okay. So let's take the final story and we are done for the day. All right? Now we keep it within 30 minutes, right? Don't open schools on January 3. Else, Charles is speaking. Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools. The future in our hands. Oh my God. They are warning the government. Schools are going to reopen on the 3rd of January. Before the taking over of Mahama. They want to make sure that whatever this government has promised them, they will get it. Or they will have the last strike before Mahama takes over. These people who say they are academicians, they know book. Run it! Charles demands immediate payment of outstanding funds to SHSs. Hey. And Charles says that the financial difficulties faced by schools were due to delayed payments. Run it, my youth. Now, the Conference of Heads of Assisted Secondary Schools, Charles, has called on the government to urgently settle outstanding arrears owed to senior high schools across the country to ensure smooth operations. In a press release issued on Friday, December 20, Charles expressed concern over the financial difficulties faced by schools due to delayed payments. While acknowledging recent disbursements, they noted that these funds were insufficient to address pressing issues. Although we acknowledge some recent disbursements of funds to schools, We regret to inform you that the release has not fully resolved the critical financial needs of our institutions. The statement read. Charles highlighted several areas where schools are struggling due to a lack of funds. That's just the way. So, my brother, the free SHS is still in the incubation period. It is growing. We won't be able to solve all the problems ever. But as we grow, we should be able to solve more and more problems. But if we make it a political campaign subject, we will never reach there. Education has no politics. Food, shelter, clothing have no politics. They are basic necessities and nobody should politicize that. But they won their elections by politicizing the free SHS. I am glad that they were able to institutionalize it. But the politics was still being read in there. Even in the last elections, it was key in our elections, right? Why are we not interested in investing in our education? We are only interested in politicizing it. That is why our educational system has fallen. When Nigerians used to flood this country for education, Sierra Leoneans, Zimbabweans, South Africans, we all were proud that we had the best educational system in the whole of Africa. But today, can you say that? It used to be Sierra Leone. We all went to Sierra Leone to get education. Then it moved to Zimbabwe. Ghana took center stage for a long while. If you wanted to speak proper English in Africa, don't think about any other country. If you go to South Africa, you call bag, big, bring me the big. I want the big. And if you go to Nigeria, curtain becomes cotton. Roll the cottons. If you go to Zimbabwe, bag becomes big. Beg, I'm begging you, I want food. I'm begging you, I want food. And if you go to Gambia, oh Lord. So Ghana spoke the best English language. Ghanaians went to Nigeria to teach Nigerians how to speak good English. We all complement each other. When it comes to the movie industry, even though Ghana was one of the pioneers, Nigeria has taken over. So a lot of Nigerians came here and taught us how to make good movies. When it comes to football, don't try. 2 nations in Africa, both in West Africa, commanded the game, Ghana and Nigeria. And anytime Ghana met Nigeria, they slaughtered Nigeria and used the body of Nigeria for Ngongo. It was all beautiful. But today, mediocrity has set in. Your children go to school for 7 weeks and come and sit home for 16 to 19 weeks. It's not the best. The same teachers ask them to come back and do extra classes and they pay them differently for that. The educational system is shambolic. That is what Mahama says he's going to try and fix. Fix the educational system is most important. You know that, right? Anyway, it is what it is. And we are waiting to see what will happen on January the 3rd. Will they pay? They are under pressure. They lost the elections. They are stealing fertilizer, stealing tractors. In fact, I have so many videos. I can't show you everything. Stolen fertilizers by government, gold stolen, tractors stolen, and much more. Anyway, it's the Blakk Pot, aka Kokoshonamo. We pray that the monies are paid so Charles can run properly. I love you and I appreciate you. Shall we look at your final messages and we are done? We decided to keep it very short today. Konya Wanful says, my brother Desmond, please can you take out the logo so I can read it properly? My brother Desmond, please, what do you mean? Is our brother Blakk Rasta getting better and teaching us more? And that he's more patriotic? One love, brother. Mohammed Banjir1, today the signal isn't stable at all. The session displays as if it's on forward mode as regard to the use of remote control. Yeah. It's coming from YouTube. It says it's not getting enough video to air properly, and I don't know what that means. Our technicians here are struggling to understand that language. But it's running smoothly on Facebook. Kojo One Fool says, yeah, it's jacking in so many YouTube. Well, the so many YouTube is the same YouTube we have everywhere. Kojo One Fool. I know you know. Joseph Kalami says, hi, Blakk. Finally catching you live from the USA. Respect, Mr. Kalami. To my darling says, fire. Marcus says, Blakk Rasta is always on facts and has never changed. Thumbs up. Love and respect, my brother. Love you. Alasan K. Jibril says, greetings, Blakk Rasta. West Coast Daru says, hello, brother. Solomon Entry says, Blakk, I am Mustafa, watching you from Takwa. I like the way you speak. Wow. Thank you, my brother. Winnibang Tijananye Guavolu. I like the name. Powerful. Winnibang Tijananye Guavolu. He says, hi, I'm watching from Wa. I'll be in Wa on Friday and then Saturday for Fee Rankings program at the first and last joint. So make sure that you come. Yes, I'll be there. I'm not going to be performing, but I am going to be seated and watching the whole thing. And if the atmosphere is good enough, I might just pick the microphone and give you a couple of acapellas. Yeah. Joseph Nyamicha says, please keep it up, Blakk Rasta. God bless you and may you live long. Amen. And he says, love you so much. I love you too, Joseph Nyamiche. Abanga Abdullah says, good evening, sir. In fact, Blakk Rasta, you are indeed a great Pan-Africanist. Fire! And let it fight for itself. Thank you so much. All right? Any more messages? So we are done. Thank you so much. I want to appreciate you. I want to say thank you. Yes, I'll catch you again tomorrow, same time, 6 p.m. sharp, and by 6:30 we are done. Love you. Hey! Why? Why?